It looks like 26.1 though is off to a great start. Now, when it comes to overall performance, well, I showed you it generally it's smooth. So here's an iPhone 16 Pro Max on iOS 18.7, very smooth. iOS 26.1 Beta 1 is generally smooth. ProMotion is great. However, on iPhone Air that I have here, this is actually running iOS 26's public release. I did notice a little bit of lag, but it looks like it's still setting up in the background. But I plan to switch to this so I can review it for a week or so. I've been using the 17 Pro Max. I reviewed it. Now it's time to use the iPhone Air full time and see if it's worth it. But I left iOS 26 on this just to sort of have the public experience of it. When it comes to heat and thermals, well, overall, it's been pretty good. The first week was a bit much, especially with iOS 26, but both of these devices, iOS 26 and 26.1, are generally fairly cool, not really doing a whole lot here. So let's go ahead and run benchmarks like we typically do here. So we'll run Geekbench here. Once it's running about halfway through, we'll then go ahead and measure the heat and then check the benchmark. So let's switch this to dark mode. We'll switch to CPU benchmark. Let's run it and see what we get. I've been using iOS 26 on my iPhone 17 Pro. Battery life has been good. The standby battery drain has been great. I easily get all-day battery life with moderate use. Overall, performance has been smooth and snappy. William Forsyth, D9S, said, iOS 26.1 is very stable and fixed a lot of issues that were in the full 26 release, iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, as far as the state of iOS and the next steps for Apple, iOS 18.7 seems to be that those using it describe it as super stable, reliable, and good battery life. Many users on older iPhones seem to be holding off as they're happy with the experience on iOS 18.7 and want more refinement from iOS 26 first. iOS 26.1 is a noticeable improvement as the 0.1 update usually is every year. This is a good sign for a first beta, and many praise iOS 26.1 as being very stable, so that's a great sign. Hopefully iOS 26 proves to be a super stable release by the first update to it, or maybe a few after that. That would be much better than what we've seen so far with iOS 18 at this point last year. Many people had many more issues. It seems like iOS 26 definitely has its issues, but seems to be an improvement.